Hi everybody, Patty Cesarini here, and I am sitting down with head coach Greg Kampe to talk about what you've been doing over the summer. How's it been treating you so far, Camp?
It's been a busy summer, for sure. The remnants of the NCAA tournament run and that has put Oakland in the spotlight, and we've tried to, take advantage of that. We've done everything that we've been asked to do. We've gone a lot of places, spoke at a lot of places, and trying to get the word out that, hopefully that this is just a beginning.
Yeah.
We want to do this again. It's not, the highlight. Obviously it is a highlight, but it's not, we don't want it to be the end. We want it to be a beginning. So.
Yeah, just continuing to grow and build upon what you guys really did last season. And coming off such a historic season, I can only imagine that it would be a little probably difficult to navigate. How do you really move forward?
Well, I think that when you lose, it would be easy to sit here and say, well, if everybody had stayed and, we'd be Final Four good. And I've said that a couple times. If we had everybody that was in that would be in this senior recruiting class, they're all gone. But if they were all still here, I think we would be Final Four good. And it's hard to do that in Oakland. So we got to get by that. 7 players left Duke. That's what it is today. So we had to go out, we had to, rebuild the roster, and a big part of being a head coach at a Division I basketball program every year is going to be rebuilding your roster. And we brought in 10 new players, which that's the most. No, only time in my coaching career I had 10 new players was my first year at Oakland. I had the whole new team, right? So, and then, the issue of our zone is, it's an intricate defense. It's one that you need veterans to be part of, and in teaching it and playing it and learning it. And it's been an interesting summer through our practices because we're starting from scratch with that defense. And fortunately, Isaiah and Baru and DQ and Cooper and Banks, we have 5 guys back, and they've done a great job in trying to help these new players learn the defense and understand the intricacies of it, the slides basically, and the rules of it. And it's going to take some time, and but last year we had 7 new guys. We lost an exhibition game because of all these same reasons. And then we figured it out and got to be really good. And I think this team can do the same. Yeah,
and I know you mentioned a few players, but out of your returners, who have you really seen start to step up and lead the charge after losing such a core group of guys for your program?
Yeah, I think the leadership thing is a big deal. We lost an unbelievable leader in Blake Lampman.
Yeah.
Blake was just phenomenal. Day in and day out, he came to work, and his goal was for us to win. And he sacrificed everything for that. He sacrificed his body. He played injured. But he never, he never shut up.
He didn't.
Right. And everybody knew what his focus was. And so when you lose a leader like that, you don't know what's going to happen the following year. But I think DQ and Isaiah Jones have really, really done a great job. I'm really excited about what they've done. And then unbelievable to me the other day in practice, Baru had a few things to say, and he's been here over a year, and it might have been the first few things I've ever heard him say. So, because he's a very quiet young man, and he didn't like something, and he spoke out, and so that made me feel real good, especially when Baru did that. Baru's a really good player, and the players respect him, and I think he's got a chance to make a statement this year, talent-wise, and put some numbers up. And those 3 guys, are going to have to lead us. Cooper, I don't know. Cooper's going to play for us. He's been here 2 years. He's not, redshirted him 1 year, injured all last year. His opportunity to play some right now. But from the leadership standpoint, I think it has to come from those 3 guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And for them, all your returners too, that bar was set so high with the last season and how things went. They're itching to get back there. They know what it felt like. They want to be able to do it again, and they want that experience for all the people that are also coming into it too, right?
Yeah, I will tell you this, Patty, and I told in our first meeting when we gathered this summer in late June, I told them, and I firmly believe this, that, there were 68 teams in the NCAA tournament last year. 67 of them lost, right?
Yeah.
And all 67 of them sat in their locker room afterwards, and we're going to get back here. We're going to go further next year. We're going to, all 67 teams did. And of those 67, not even half are going to get back. So you have that feeling in the moment, but then you have to realize it's a whole new year. You're going to have new players, and it's hard to get there. It's really hard to get there. And what we have to understand is we got to put that aside and understand what it takes to get there.
Right.
And then we have to build on that. You can't get there if we don't win our conference tournament. All right? So that's got to be the main goal. It can't be we got to go back and we got to, no. Our main goal has got to be focused to win our conference tournament. Then we can go there and talk all that smack, right? But right now, we've got to prepare ourselves for the Horizon League. We want to win the regular season championship, and we want to win the Horizon League tournament. But the most important thing is the Horizon League tournament.
But then at the same time, just taking everything one hurdle at a time, right? Just
and that's
one
what
foot in front of the other.
Right, that's what great leaders do, and we can't get ahead of ourselves. And I thought that team last year did a unbelievable job of staying focused, staying in the moment. We had a couple tough losses late in the season, and we just bounced right back from them. So at the end of the season in the NCAA tournament, we were as good as anybody in the country, and that's just not rhetoric. That's the truth. You can go talk to any coach that was in that final 32. They'll tell you, that they didn't want to play us, and that's quite an accomplishment.
Absolutely. Good times, good memories, but good things to come moving forward. We're happy to have you guys back here getting on the blacktop and practicing, and we're excited to see what this season has in store. Thanks, Kampe.
It's my pleasure, and it's funny how the rules have changed. You're sitting here in the summer talking basketball,
right?
But that's just the way it is now. And we get, so the fans know, we get 8 weeks in the summer with our players, 4 hours a week with the ball is all, just 4 hours. Now they can put as much as they want in, but for me to be involved in the actual coaching, they get 4 hours a week, and then they get 4 hours in the weight room too. They put way more time than that in, especially in the weight room. And we do have our strength coach with them more than 4 hours in the weight room, because that's allowed under NCAA rules, because it's a health and safety factor. You don't want kids in there lifting and the amount of weights they're lifting if they're not supervised. So, and as a volleyball player that what those rules are. But our kids spend way more than 8 hours a week in there, and that's why we get a chance to be good, because they love it.
Absolutely.
They want to be great, and they're doing what they have to do to become great.
Well said, Kampe. Mic drop right there.
All right.
Boom.